Any possibility that you would go back in the ring and fight someone like a Tank Davis?
If he want, and if he come up to 147, then we can fight.
This is big news. You're willing to do a catchweight fight with Tank at 145.
145.
The word is out there that Manny Pacquiao is looking to make a boxing return, and this epic revelation has sent the entire internet into a frenzy. And just when you thought it couldn't get any bigger, it did. The guy Pac-Man wants to share the ring with is not some ordinary boxer. Oh no, he's the face of boxing. And I'm talking about the one and only Gervonta Davis. Yep, you heard that right. The Filipino boxer stepping into the ring with Tank Davis is going to change the trajectory of boxing. It's a legendary fight, and it has surely become the talk of the town. We all want this fight to see the light of day. But there's one man who cannot bear this. And I'm talking about the boxing sensation Floyd "Money" Mayweather. The American boxer is furious that Pacquiao is fighting the guy who was initially scheduled to face Mayweather in the ring. Yep, that's right, guys. Mayweather versus Tank was in the works until Pac-Man stole that fight from him. Let's just say Floyd wasn't too happy about it. So without further ado, let's take a deep dive into this drama. Floyd Mayweather is what boxing calls a savior. He's the one who took boxing onto a whole other level. I mean, there's a reason why he's considered the greatest of all time. And it's not only because of his undefeated record. No, but also because that everything Floyd does leaves a huge impact on the sport of boxing. The guy gave birth to the crossover boxing scene when he fought McGregor, which is why today we get to see fights like Tyson Fury versus Francis and KSI versus Tommy Fury. When it was announced that Floyd is making a return to pro boxing, everyone knew beforehand that it's going to change the shape of boxing. Because Floyd was going to fight someone who's in his prime, the one and only Gervonta Davis, a legend versus a fighter in his prime. Now who wouldn't want to see that? Especially when it's these two superstars. Former friends turned rivals. Everyone saw how huge this fight was, but there was one man who saw and took advantage of it, and it was the Filipino legend, Manny Pacquiao. Pac-Man saw how big of a fight this was, and so he stole the fight right under Floyd's nose. Now, if that doesn't make Mayweather lose his head, then I don't know what will. This was the perfect comeback fight for Money, and his former opponent, Pac-Man, stole it. But if you thought Floyd was one to let this slide, well, you got another thing coming at you. Money fired back. In a recent interview, he let it all out. Pacquiao is delusional. He just wants to be like me. He copies everything I do. He'll take a beating from Tank, mark my words. It's getting heated, guys. Floyd Mayweather is not having it. And you can't blame the guy. Pacquiao literally took him out of the equation. But keep one thing in mind, it takes two people to make a fight, not one. So if Pacquiao versus Davis is the one we're getting, that can only mean one thing. Tank Davis backed out of the Floyd fight to accept Pacquiao's offer. And now the real question is why? When Manny Pacquiao first called him out in public, the boxing fanatics completely lost their minds. Pac-Man said, "Gervonta Davis is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. If he comes up to 147, we can fight. That's not a problem for me. I am an experienced fighter. I know I can take him." This Filipino legend is looking to make a statement here with his comeback. Pacquiao is one of the most loved fighters we've seen in this sport. So why wouldn't we want him to come out retirement, not just to fight, but go head-to-head with one of the best boxers in the world right now? It makes good sense for Tank to take this fight. But it's not the main reason why he backed out of fighting Floyd Mayweather. And here is why. Tank Davis is considered to be the face of boxing right now. He's undefeated. They call him the next Floyd Mayweather. But if there's one man who can end the Tank Davis hype train, it's Floyd Mayweather himself. Did you know that Money used to mentor Tank? Yep, you heard that right. Floyd was practically his teacher. Deep down, Gervonta knows he doesn't have what it takes to wipe the floor with Money, since everything he knows about boxing has been taught to him by Floyd himself. Gervonta cannot outshine Floyd inside the ring. He will only make a fool of himself. But Manny Pacquiao, on the other hand, that should be easy work for Gervonta Davis. Pacquiao has been out of the boxing space for a while now. He's gotten rusty, and don't forget he's getting old. This puts him at a major disadvantage already when going against someone young in their prime. Now you can say the same about Floyd, but Floyd Mayweather is an indestructible force. He has never tasted the bitterness of loss in his whole career. He's invincible, but Pacquiao is not. Don't forget that Floyd and Pacquiao once locked horns with each other in the ring, and Money came out victorious. Another reason why Gervonta wants Pacquiao is because he's seen Pacquiao get knocked out. And we know that Gervonta Davis hits like a tank. That's why they call him Tank. He's a power hitter. All it'll take for him is one big shot and the Filipino legend goes to sleep. Tank knows he can finish the job with Pac-Man, which is why he didn't waste any time before responding to Pacquiao's call-out and giving the fans something to be excited for. He said, "If the fans want it, I'll deliver. Hate that I'll have to knock out the legend. It's nothing personal. I just know that I'm better." Tank left nothing behind and sent the boxing community into a spiral. Everyone was talking about this fight. One of the fans wrote this on Twitter, "Something I never thought I'd see. Now that's just straight-up facts. This is something no one saw coming. Manny Pacquiao coming back to boxing to fight Tank. Now that is just insane." Another fan said this, "I respect Pacquiao, but he's old now. He'll get knocked out easily. Tank should be fighting Floyd." Isn't that just a pretty interesting take? Floyd got completely kicked out of this equation. It was supposed to be him and Tank. Manny Pacquiao robbed him, and I'm not surprised why. These two have been rivals for years. They both stepped into the ring to settle their differences, but from the looks of it, nothing was settled. They've always talked trash about each other. Manny Pacquiao blamed Floyd for ruining boxing. That just proves there's still bad blood between these two to this day. And Floyd has suggested a way to end this feud. Prepare yourselves, folks, because what Floyd said is about to blow your minds. Money Mayweather wants another go with the Filipino legend. Yes, if you want one Mayweather versus Pacquiao to see the light of day, today might be your lucky day. Because it's not just Floyd who's shown interest in this rematch, but Pacquiao as well. If you don't believe, then hear it from the Pac-Man himself. I'm still active in training. I have an exhibition match in December in Japan. We are working on it, the opponent. We're working with Floyd Mayweather, but we're still working on it. Am I dreaming, or did Pacquiao just say he's in negotiations with Floyd for a potential fight? First Pacquiao versus Davis, then Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Looks like the Pac-Man wants all the smoke. But don't get too ahead of yourselves, guys, because the only way we ever get to see this epic rematch is if Pacquiao makes it past Tank. Which isn't too much of a stretch if you ask me, guys. There have been talks that Manny Pacquiao is putting some serious work in the gym, and that his comeback is going to shock the whole world. Just take a look at what this famous boxing promoter, Eddie Hearn, had to say about this. "I have heard from a trustable source that Manny Pacquiao is back in training and he's putting guys down in sparring. If I were you, I'd join the Pac-Man hype train right about now because his comeback is going to be phenomenal." If there's one thing we know about Eddie Hearn, it's that he's a man of his word. So if he's saying that the Filipino boxer is running the extra mile in training, I'd take his word for it. And so should Gervonta Davis. A guy like Manny Pacquiao is not something you take lightly. Manny Pacquiao is considered a legend by everyone for a reason. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in there and takes Tank down within a few rounds, and after that we can welcome the epic rematch between Floyd and Manny to our doors. Now that one is the next big fight to make in boxing. Two legends stepping into the ring, only one will come out victorious. Will Floyd secure the win again like he did in the first fight, or will Pacquiao change his fate and pull a big upset on Money? Guess we'll have to just wait and see how this one plays out. So there you have it. Fight World, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to like this video, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time. Until then, peace out.